Good morning, students. Today we are resuming our chapter from page number 28. Page number 28, 2.4, the declining sex ratio in India. The sex ratio is an important indicator of gender balance in the population. So सेक्स रेशो से हमें पता चलता है कि हमारी सोसाइटी में जेंडर बैलेंस कितना है. दैट मीन्स मेल्स एंड फीमेल्स कितनी हैं. As mentioned in this section on concepts earlier, historical the sex ratio has been slightly in favor of males. That is, the number of females per thousand males has generally been somewhat higher than 1000. As I've explained to you earlier that female tend to live longer than males because of their immune system. So normally क्या होता था कि females की ratio as compared to males ज़्यादा होती है. बट इन इंडिया ऐसा नहीं है. हाउ एवर इंडिया हैज़ हैड अ डिक्लाइनिंग सेक्स रेशो फॉर मोर देन अ सेंचुरी एज क्लियर इन द टेबल 3. तो एज कम्पेयर टू मेल कम होती है इंडिया में बिकॉज ऑफ द पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी. पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी मीन्स मेल डोमिनेटिंग सोसाइटी जहाँ पर मेल को पहले रखा जाता हो. From 972 females per 1000 males at the turn of 20th century. So 20th century के आसपास फीमेल्स की जो रेशो है वो बढ़ने लगी थी. The sex ratio has declined to 933 at the turn of the 21st century. But 21st century में फीमेल्स की रेशो फिर कम हो गई. The trend of last 4 decades have been particularly from 1941 in 1961 fallen to 927 in 1991. According to the provisional data of Census of India 2011, the sex ratio has been increased and now it's 940 females per 1000 males. सो दिस सेज दैट कि जो 2011 में हमारे पास सेंसस था इंडिया का वो ये बता रहा है कि 940 मेल्स हो सकती हैं 1000 मेल्स पे. यहाँ लिखा गया है प्रोविजनल डेटा. प्रोविजनल डेटा मीन्स दैट डेटा which have not been reviewed or edited and therefore may be subject to significant change. So provisional data means the data have not been reviewed or edited and therefore may be subject to significant change. So वो डेटा जो कि अभी तक रिव्यू और एडिट नहीं किया गया है एंड जो कि चेंज हो सकता है. सो ये बुक पहले लिख दी गई थी 2011 से. सो दैट इज़ वाई दे हैव मेंशन्ड अ प्रोविजनल डेटा. सो अभी कुछ और डेटा है. And whenever you are going to write in your exam, do not mention there a provisional data because new data is being released, that is 940 female per 1000 males. But what has really alarmed demographers, policymakers, social activists and concerned citizens is the drastic fall in the child sex ratio. सो सबसे ज़्यादा अब कंसर्न किस चीज़ पर आ रहा है? चाइल्ड सेक्स रेशो भी कम हो रही है. देयर इज़ अ वर्ड डेमोग्राफर. डेमोग्राफर आर एन एक्सपर्ट इन स्टडी ऑफ स्टेटिस्टिक्स रिलेटेड टू द चेंजिंग स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन. डेमोग्राफर एक्सपर्ट्स होते हैं जो स्टडी करते हैं स्टैटिस्टिक्स रिलेटेड चेंजिंग इन द ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन के बारे में. 8 specific sex ratio began to be computed in 1961 as shown in table 3. The ratio of the 0 to 6 year age group known as juvenile or sex ratio has generally been substantially higher than overall sex ratio for all age groups, but it has been falling very sharply. In fact, the decade 1991 to 2001 represent an anomaly in that the overall sex ratio has posted its highest ever increase of 6 points from the all-time low of 927 to 933. In fact, the decade 1991 to 2001 represents an anomaly in that the overall sex ratio has posted its highest ever increase of 6 points from all the time low of 927 to 933. But the child sex ratio has dropped from 945 to 927, a plunge of 18 points, taking it below overall sex ratio for the first time. In 2011 census, provisional. This is again provisional, that means this is not a sure data. In 2011 census, the sex ratio of child again decreased by 13 points and now it is 914. This means that the sex ratio is declining, but child sex ratio is declining more than that. According to the decade census, that is of 1991 to 2001, the sex ratio is declining by 6 points. but the child sex ratio is declining by 18 points. This image is telling us about the sex ratio between 0 to 6 years to 1981 to 2011. तो इसमें ये बताया जा रहा है कि 1981 में जो गर्ल्स की रेशो थी पर 1000 बॉयज़ दैट वाज 962 and it is drastically falling, and if we see in 2011 it is 919. So it's a huge fall from 1981 to 2011, and this is happening because of the patriarchal society, as everybody is demanding the boy child. The declining sex ratio in India, that number of females per 1000 males of a population. Child sex ratio is the ratio of number of girls per 1000 boys, and sex ratio has always been a concern in India. What are the reasons for declining the sex ratio? First, mindset of people. Everybody wants a boy child. Neglection of girl child, because everybody thinks that girl is not permanent in their parents' home, so that is why they are preferring a boy. Third is female feticide or infanticide. You all are well aware of what is female feticide. It is the abortion of a female feticide, and this is an illegitimate thing. And infanticide is the intentional killing of infants, यानी कि parents बच्चे को मार देते हैं, and both of the things are because of the gender, because of the female gender. Fourth is maternity mortality rates, and this is because of the lesser medical conditions, lesser medical help in India. Fourth is maternal mortality rates. Women die during the childbirth, and this is because of the less availability of medical facilities, and this happen usually in the marginal areas or places where medical aid is not available. Students, now on page number 29, it's a table. Table 3, the declining sex ratio in India, that is from 1901 to 2011. Here we will study that how drastically the sex ratio is declining. In 1901, the sex ratio was 972 in all age groups, and none other of data is provided here. If we'll go on 1951, the sex ratio was 946. And there is increase of 1 point. If we'll move to 1971, the sex ratio was 930, and there is a decrease of 11 points, and sex ratio is 964, and again decrease of 12 points. If we'll move on to 2001, the sex ratio is 933, and an increase of 6 points. Sex ratio 927, and again decrease of 18 points. On 2011 and 17, there is a star. This means that both of these data are the provisional one. At the time of printing of this book, these data were not being released, and these are based on only and only presumptions. So you will not write provisional, and you will not put star anywhere, not on 11 and not on 17. So according to this book, in 2017, there will be 945 sex ratio, and there will be no variation, because still at the time of printing of this book, this was a calculative thing. This is not sure. In 2011, the sex ratio is 940. There is an increase of 7 points. Child ratio is 914, and again a decrease of 13 points. The state level child sex ratio offer ever greater cause of worry. As many as 6 states and union territories have sex ratio of under 900 females per 1000 males. Punjab is the worst with an incredible low child sex ratio of 793. Followed by Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. As chart 6 shows, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra are all under 925, while Maharashtra, Goa, Jammu and Kashmir, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Odisha are above the national average of 927 but below the 950 mark. Even Kerala, the state with the best overall sex ratio, does not do too well at 963, while the highest child sex ratio is 986 found in Sikkim. Demographers and sociologists have offered several reasons for the decline in the sex ratio in India. The main health factor that affects women differently from male is childbearing. It is relevant to ask if the fall in sex ratio may be part due to the increased risk of death in childbirth that only women face. However, maternal mortality is supposed to decline with development as the level of nutrition, journal education, and awareness, as well as the availability of medical and communicational facilities, improves. Indeed, maternal mortality rate have been coming down in India even though they remain high by international standards. So it is difficult to see how maternal mortality could be responsible for worsening of the sex ratio over time. Combined with the facts that the decline in child sex ratio has been much steeper than overall figure. Social science believe that the cause that has to be sought in different treatment of girl babies. So this means Punjab is having worst child sex ratio because of again the same thing, that is patriarchal society, patriarchal system, and so as in Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh. This is happening because of decline in development, less level of nutrition, lesser general awareness and education, lesser availability of medical and communication facility, higher mortality rate, lesser hygiene level, and sometimes women are unable to bear the child. And with the development, these all things will be removed and there can be a greater and better child sex ratio in India. This image is telling us about the sex ratio according to the state. Look this image carefully and see where is the least sex ratio in India. Several factors may be held responsible for the decline in this child sex ratio, including severe neglect of girl babies in infancy, leading to higher death rates, sex specific abortion that prevent girl babies from being born, and female infanticide. Each of these reasons point to a serious social problem, and there is some evidence of all these have been worked in India. Practices of female infanticide have been known to exist in many regions, while increasing importance is being attached to modern medical technique by which the sex ratio of baby can be determined in the very early stage of pregnancy. The availability of the sonogram, originally developed to identify genetic or other disorders in the fetus, may be used to identify and selectively abort female fetus. The regional pattern of low sex ratio seems to support this argument. It is striking that the lowest child sex ratio are found in most prosperous region of India. According to the data of Census 2011, Maharashtra is still number 1 in case of per capita income. Now, Maharashtra, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, and Delhi are having high per capita income, and the child sex ratio of these states are still low. So, the problem of selective abortion is not due to poverty or ignorance or lack of resources. For example, if practices like dowry mean that parents have to make a large dowry payment to marry off their daughters, then prosperous parents would be the one most able to afford this. However, we find the sex ratio to be the lowest in the most prosperous regions. It is also possible that as economically prosperous females decide to have fewer children, often only one or two now, they may also wish to choose the sex of their child. This becomes possible with the availability of ultrasound technology. Through the government has passed strict law banning this practice and imposing heavy fines and imprisonment as punishment, known as the Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques Act. This law has been forced since 1996 and has been further strengthened in 2003. However, in longer run, the solution to problem like bias against girl gender depend more on how social attitude evolve. Even though laws and rules can also help, recently the government of India has introduced the program Beti Bachao Beti Padhao. It can improve to be an important policy to increase the child sex ratio in the country. पंजाब एंड हरियाणा जैसी प्रॉस्परस स्टेट्स में फ़ीमेल इन्फेंटिसाइड एंड फिटिसाइड बहुत ज़्यादा है क्योंकि यहाँ पे डाउरी सिस्टम है। पेरेंट्स को बहुत सारे पैसे सेव करने पड़ते हैं, अर्न करने पड़ते हैं अपनी गर्ल चाइल्ड को मैरी करने के लिए। एंड सेकेंडली पेरेंट्स यहाँ ये बिलीव करते हैं उनके 2 या 3 बॉयज़ ही हो जाएं, इसीलिए वो गर्ल चाइल्ड को मार देते हैं। सो यू विल आस्क दैट हाउ दे विल गेट टू नो दैट दे आर हैविंग अ गर्ल इन्फेंट। दे नो बाय सोनोग्राफी. Sonography is the test which is done by the parents to know the gender of their child before childbirth. So क्योंकि इस टेस्ट का बहुत ज़्यादा मिस यूज़ किया जा रहा था, फीमेल फिटिसाइड बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गया था। 1996 में इस टेस्ट को बैन कर दिया गया था बाय प्री नेटल डायग्नोस्टिक टेक्निक एक्ट से।